Hello, hello. So tonight we're going to be making this super easy pom-pom tulle cross wreath that you can make for any occasion. I just wanted to make sure that I had it posted in time for all of you to make one for Easter Sunday if you wanted to hang this on your door or use it as a decoration, but it can also be used for several other occasions. So let's get started on what you need. Okay, so here's what you're going to need for this project. This is the cross frame that is available at Dollar Tree. Now, they do sell them on the website. I put the link below, but you do have to purchase a case of 24. The only thing is when you do purchase from the Dollar Tree website, you can take the receipt. So if you have it shipped to your store for free, you can actually switch out the crosses for other items in the store. So you might want to consider that just so you can get your hands on these, because I don't find them all the time, and the store I went to recently in Chicago Ridge, they do not carry them anymore or they're out of stock. So you need one of these, and since they are hard to find, you probably would have a lot of luck reselling them. So if you bought 24, you'd more than likely get your money back, if not more. And it is pretty big. It's pretty long. These can be made for Easter coming up, Easter Sunday, that's what I'm doing mine for. You can make these for maybe a new baby or a baptism. You can do these for a Holy Communion. So it is not just for Easter to make this, okay? Again, we have our little pom-poms. If you saw yesterday, I shared how to make the garland, and the tutorial for the pom-poms is below. As I explained, this is the pom-pom maker that I used for these. And I bought this one online at Amazon, but they don't have anymore. Hobby Lobby does carry them, so you might want to check yours. Mine only had one left when I purchased it. So I am going to look into other pom-pom makers. I put the links below for those. But if you have one, you can work with what you have. So what you're going to wind up doing is, if you've seen the garland video, you'll notice that I didn't cut any of my tails off. Because if you wanted to, you could easily, I'm going to cut off my tag, you could easily just take your ends and start in the center so that everything lines up perfectly. And all we're going to do is tie these on. So you don't have to use hot glue, you don't have to use anything. Just make your pom-poms and tie them on here. Okay, so just make a nice perfect knot. There you go. One is on there. Okay, so we're just going to keep going down the line, and this will let you know like how much you need, because you want to push them close together so that you really can't tell that it's a pom-pom, but that it looks, see, like that. So you probably could get away with 3 on each side, but it's entirely up to you. And what's nice is you can slide them over, because once you hot glue it on, you're kind of like done, so because you can't move it. So this is what's nice about leaving yourself a little tail when you make them. So again, when you watch the pom-pom thing, if you give yourself enough of the tail to just tie it on, it's that simple. So I thought that this was a nice, fun, delicate, but elegant way of making an Easter wreath with the cross. And again, this would be so adorable for a baby room, and make it with pink, you know, like maybe even accent it with pink somewhere. Okay, so we're just going to add 2 more here, and then I'm going to go down. And as always, when I go down, I'm going to stop the video so I can just do what I'm doing now, because I don't like to hold all you up while I'm creating these things, because you get the basics of it down. So what I'm doing is on this side, just to show you, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. All I'm doing is putting this in between 2 of them and tying my knot. So I'm not adding the top or the bottom one. I'm using 2 of them. The 2 center ones is what I am tying on. Okay. So that's all we have to do is tie them tight and move them over. And if you decided that you wanted to use your pom-pom somewhere else, or you wanted to make garland with it later, you could just trim them up and cut them off. So you don't have to do anything more than that. So we're going to put 1 more on, and then I am going to stop the video and restart it so that you guys can see it finished, and then you'll see my idea on the flowers. I chose to use for Easter Sunday, something a little bit different than using a ribbon. Okay, so there we have it. So if like with mine, I didn't trim my pom-poms, so now would be the perfect time to trim them up, you know, like right here. So you can just make your pom-poms and then trim it once you get, you know, where you are. So you see what needs to be trimmed, because you don't, why waste the time trimming all the way around when you don't need it? So I'm going to come back once I have the top and the bottom done. And remember, all you're tying it to is these two. So make sure you leave yourself a long enough tail and just take the tool and go right here and then tie a knot. And I will be back in 1 second. So our cross is completely done with the pom-poms. And I used 5 across and 10 down. So it is going to depend on the size of the pom-pom that you make. And you could make a bunch of little pom-poms and glue them on there. It just depends on what you want to do. And what I decided to do is, I didn't cut my tails off the back yet either, because I'm not sure if I want to leave it like this or if I want to change it, because there's so many things you can do with this. But I'm going to leave it the way it is, and I'm going to trim up my pom-poms. But what I wanted to do that was really, really different for Easter Sunday, you know how they take the purple drape and they drape it around? I just thought, in honor of the Easter, we could take some pretty flowers, and I thought these were perfect because they are purple, and you get 2 on each bunch. So I just winded up buying 2 of these. These again are at Dollar Tree. And what I thought of doing is, I'm not even going to glue these in just yet, but I just wanted to show you what my idea was. So I actually just stuck it in here behind the tool, okay? And I came down with it, so it's pretty that way. And then I'm just going to take this piece, and I'm not even gluing anything down. I'm just working with the tool that I have. And I'm putting the pretty little flowers on there. So just to give you an idea of what you can do, you don't have to take this sash with the purple. You can use a pretty flower instead, like this. Or you can add, you know, different things. You can add little different embellishments. You can put the little praying hands here. They sell a bunch of different things at Hobby Lobby, for instance. They sell religious figurines and things like that. So there's a lot of things that you can do. This is not something that I would put outside, say on a cemetery grave, because the tool won't hold up really well. And then all you have to do is put your hanger on here. So this is super, super easy to make. And I just thought the flowers were a nice, different added touch for this Easter Sunday. And there you have it, a super easy pom-pom cross made for Easter, baptisms, communion coming up. And it has a nice, different look where people would, if it was back, they probably wouldn't even realize that it is tulle pom-poms. Okay, so until our next video, I will see all of you really, really soon. Bye now.